What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We back at it. What's good with everybody, man? How y'all been? How y'all doing, man? You ever try to get your body going after a long night of drinking and smoking and partying and whatnot, man? So if I look a little draggy, you know what I'm saying? I popped outside at 5 in the afternoon, had a little meeting to go to. I was outside on the other type of time by 7, 6:30, 7:30 at the latest. Probably didn't get back into the house until like 4:15, 4:30 a.m. Like, and I'm dragging. It's one of them nights where like you kicking it with the folks and you don't really drink your normal, or you might like have a shot or two of your normal, but then you on some other. Yeah, it was one of them. But we gonna do this thing. So, welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. You dig? Oops, the great. I know. Don't give me no flat. It's a blunt. Yes. I know. Go against my rules. But look. Again, this all goes back to last night before we get into this video. Look, you know how you, for my smokers, you know how you just smoking. Like you not saying no to nothing. And then your body give you that sign like, dog, I'm good. My endocannabinoid system is full. You don't know what that is? That's crazy work. So yes, this is the remainder of a blunt, of the final blunt of my night last night. I smoke blunts when I'm outside because that's what the folks be smoking, man. They don't like. It's hard. I don't understand why it's so hard to get people to smoke papers. I don't understand. Like at this point, I stopped trying to get people to roll them up. I'm just smoke. I'm one of those people. I get enjoyment out of seeing my people around me okay. So when they get to smoking, they get to drinking, and they relax, and they doing it, and they in their little lane. You know what I'm saying? They vibe is showing. It make me happy as a person. So I smoke. I don't make people try to roll the papers and nothing like that. We get on the blunts, you know. So I'm gonna go on to smoke this right now because this is here, and what's in it is fire. So I ain't gonna make too much hay about it, but today, we asking the question: what's in the future? We all took in the nice, beautiful piece of work, which is the Luther video. Video was fire, so it's a lot to take in. If you're somebody who looks beyond the video, but we gotta ask, what's next? One thing we all know is that little snippet or clip or whatever, a video shoot at a gas station ain't have nothing to do with Luther. So it got me asking, it got a lot of us asking, what's next? So this is a reaction channel. So we're going to react to Rap Latte because they asked this very, very same question. So please like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Help me get this to the masses. I appreciate those who take the time to watch a minute, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, the whole episode. It don't matter. I'm always be grateful because you didn't have to do that. You could have just kept scrolling. So if you see in this ugly mug, you chose to rock with me, and I appreciate it. But let me throw the ears on, and we're going to get to this reaction. Let's see what it is. Now, I shouldn't have to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you smoking, light it up. If you drinking, pull it up. We grown, so let's get to the business. Yeah, I said drinking, man. Look, bro, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and why we not? Look, we not drinking right now because look, I can't. But we gonna smoke. We gonna always smoke. We gonna always smoke. Again, this is Rap Latte, King Green, and Toure. And I feel this is a good duo for us to react to as far as this question, because Toure represents what was originally the standard way to review and critique hip hop. The conversations around hip hop, you used to have to go to a Toure once upon a time to get that type of information. And then King Green's I guess the best way to look at him is like a hip hop historian. And then he's also active. He's an active participant in this hippity hop. So with that being said, let's get to it.
So that's his label.
So, and I apologize if you can hear my fan. Look, I'm sorry. Normally I got it on low, but I'm going through some things right now today. Today ain't today. But let's go for it.
This is the label.
It's not label decision. It's not label decision, though. I'm trying to say. So if things are streaming well, all right. So Squabble Up was the first joint, right?
Yeah.
Squabble Up got beat out by Luther easily. Not like us. Went back to number one. Squabble Up wasn't a number one global single. So that was their first single. So technically, the one that they thought they were going to be pushing, it's like everybody like not like us. Let's go with Squabble Up. It did great, obviously, but it didn't do nothing what Luther did, and it didn't do what They Not Like Us did. And that was the first single. So this second single is getting into the space closer to Not Like Us. So people are deciding where to push the songs as usual, whereas a lot of people think that back in the day you could. Back in the day, labels would take it, push a button, and then you go. Song's going because I pushed a button. But they would die out because if people don't really love the song, it's not going to go in there. But when you got these Mariah Carey songs and They Not Like Us that's actually affecting culture, that is when the fans are actually deciding what's going. And that's
now, I've stayed away from this botting conversation primarily because everybody is doing it. I'm not about to penalize Kendrick Lamar. When Drake is doing it, and probably Schoolboy Q and Big X Plug and anything worth something is getting some artificial push. I feel like we are at the point when we need to acknowledge that shit. Let that shit the fuck go. Nah, tapping into what he just said. Once the artificial push is done and over with, if your song ain't got no go, it's gonna fall flat on its face. It's gonna fall flat on its face. Even me, a major Drake hater in every way, shape, and form. Even I have to give Nokia is just due. It had enough to where it's a good song. It's a cool song. It ain't for me, but it's a lot of shit that ain't for me. But I don't understand why is this botting thing still a relevant conversation when we've all, if you've taken the time to look at all these different channels, and there are music experts that say there's some level of manipulation on every song. So let's get past that. Let's get past that. Because it's like you throwing a rock at one person that you should really be throwing at the industry as a whole. Now that we've got that out the way, let's move on to what we really came here to talk about. And it wasn't bots. It wasn't bots. Clearly, because you see bots wasn't on the thumbnail. We've did our bot show already. And we moved on. We're going to ask better questions like what's next. So let's find out let's hear the theory on what's next. Because I definitely got an opinion on what's next. And I think y'all going to rock with it.
That's why you throw a whole wrench in that whole Drake argument about bots and all this type of stuff, because you can't do this with bots. You're spending a lot of money on bots to get into this space. 100 million monthly listeners. You can't fake that. You can't fake 100 million. They might.
That part too. And I never thought about that until he mentioned it. Bots are not something that you get to do for free. So you gonna bot a song out? Because all they saying is this song is heavily saturated with bots, allegedly, right? Bots cost money. You can't bot a song to the point where it makes it to number one and stays number one. That's a lot of money. The song ain't even profitable no more. The song not profitable. If you bought everything, how is the song making you money? At the end of the day, follow the money. If it ain't making me money at a percentage that I expect, the music industry ain't about to mess with that. It's all about percentages. Let's not be naive. Like, the money don't matter. The money matter more than the people, unfortunately. That's my last on the little bot thing. I'm gonna let them go ahead so they can get to what we're trying to talk about, because it's gonna be interesting.
Might be a whole bunch of fake ones in there, because that's just how the numbers work. I'm just saying you can't fake that type of impact.
Do you think there's another potential number one on this album? I don't think so.
That's our first official question. Out of this whole album, because think about it, there's a lot of us who think, and I'll put myself in this category. There's a lot of us who think this is an album with no skips. No skips. So you tell me, is there skips in GNX in this album? And if you had to pick a song to be the next one that you really focus in on, you might give a video to, or whatever the case may be, you might play more because you got the tour coming up. If you had to pick a song, because if you're not gonna play the whole album, you're gonna play a myriad of things. What one or two songs outside of the ones that have music videos, what you gonna pull forward and say, you know what, I'm gonna really push this song because I think it got some legs to it.
I would hope Peekaboo got there, but I think it missed its chance. No, I don't think a potential number one that the fan I don't see it, but there's maybe Dodger Blue.
Do we know
maybe Dodger Blue?
Do we know what is number two among the fans on this album?
Number two among the fans.
You know what I mean? You said Luther was the fans' number one favorite song on the album, and that propelled it. So what would be number two, or what would be their next priority? Because their
priority right now,
because they're going to push.
Their priority is filling these seats at these shows.
No, but
that's
I mean,
their priority right now.
I mean, the GNX project is saying, okay, Luther is killing it. Let's keep this going as long as possible. But what are we going to do next?
The next one, okay, if you look at his most popular songs right now, Luther being number one, like most popular song now, Not Like Us. Not until number 4 you get to TV Off, right? And then you get Squabble Up at 5. And guess what's the only other GNX song in his top 10?
Peekaboo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think I'm gonna take credit for Peekaboo.
I'm not surprised by that. We're about to dive in about one more minute. I think I got about a minute left on this, but we're gonna get into that.
Getting
kind of surprised though. Like, I thought Dodger Blue would have been higher up there. Like, from a personal standpoint, I'll tell y'all my personal standpoint, and I'll tell y'all what I think will happen. because just reading tea leaves from watching different shows, the trends that TDE seems to have. We'll get into that. But personally, for me, I don't know how y'all feel. Because everybody, this album hit them differently or whatever. Dodger Blue, man. Mind you, I don't even like the color blue. It's not no gang thing. Michigan colors, they got blue in their colors, and I'm an anti-Michigan fan, so that's really where it come from. But Dodger Blue is a song. Look, I've said on there a couple times, right? Everybody got their song. When you get in, this is the song you want to hear before you put your whip in gear. You got this song on. For me, Dodger Blue. Right now, I'm gonna be honest. It's between Dodger Blue and damn near anything Big X to plug. Like, but sticking to straight directly to Kendrick. Dodger Blue is off that album. Because I don't play the album in order. I don't know if that's weird to y'all or not, but I don't play the album in order. I play it in out of order. Like Dodger Blue with Man in the Garden. I wouldn't be mad at a Man in the Garden video. But I mean, I don't hear a lot of people who say they rock with that. But I'm gonna let them finish up, then I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about to happen. Because it looked like we kind of trending that way. It's taking longer than I wanted to. But as long as we get there, I guess I'll be all right.
Gaining traction. I'm gonna tell you, I think there's a lot of people watching this, and they know that we said Peekaboo is next. Everybody says Peekaboo's next.
Now we set up right. To talk about this. I think he's right. It's too many, what they call them, tea leaves. We getting a Peekaboo video. I don't believe. I think the only way we don't get a Peekaboo video is if Drake behaves. Let me explain why. I don't know how y'all paid attention to the Triple X and Tashion and this quasi connection to Drake and hidden meanings to the song Peekaboo. But I feel like we might only get that Peekaboo music video if the situation get back to full-blown dissing, or Drake do enough to where it's worthy of a video response, and we start getting visuals. To now we're not just trying to interpret our own way of looking at the song Peekaboo. Now we get some visuals, a video to Peekaboo, and it's good. And his videos always match the song, so we gonna know what he trying to say with that song if he put a video out behind it. Yeah, if Drake misbehaves, we getting Peekaboo, and I think it might expose a lot of this hidden meaning to the song Peekaboo and the alleged unaliving of Triple X and who took part of that. And look, I think Kendrick has already made up in his mind how far he got to go. And there's a scene in Luther, right? It's a couple of them, because I believe the videos are quasi connected. The Kendrick part, the role part that Kendrick was playing Did that not look like somebody that got the weight of the world on his mind? I think because of Luther, we got caught into the love part. For the Luther video, yes, cool. But there's always layers. There's always layers. And then the quick reaction of the woman at the very end, like something suddenly just happened. And yeah, man, for as light and beautiful that Luther was, I think we're going to get the antithesis of that if we get Peekaboo. It's not going to be light. It's not going to be beautiful. It's not going to warm your heart. Yin and yang. Remember all them circles? Yin and yang. There's the opposite side of beauty. There's the opposite side of love. I think Peekaboo gonna express that opposite. And a video that could potentially have a nighttime scene at a gas station. Does that not ring out to be dark? Doesn't really look like a loving moment. You ever had how many people have loving moments at dark hood gas stations? I could just be yammering, but I doubt it. I'm a thinker. So, I guess all we can do is see if Drake behaves. Because I think the only way we get this music video is if Drake steps out of line, and based off his little comments from doing these little lives and whatnot, excuse me, it looked like Drake ready to misbehave. Drake done put his Negro braids back in. He might be ready. He done put his Negro braids back in. He ready for war. So here's to those of us who are truly hoping, begging, pleading that Drake gets beside himself and gets out of line. I feel like that's what we all want. I don't think I'm alone in that boat. So Drake, from one of your biggest haters, I can't stand you. Please continue to do more things that you have no business whatsoever doing. And feel free to drop Kendrick's name in it, so that way we know you exactly mean it towards him. So we can get this thing cracking and get this video. Respectfully. Ooh, what could be in this video? What could be in a Peekaboo video? What could be in a Peekaboo video? I'm playing off the idea that there's something besides the convenience of the moment of the song to where Kendrick shot that gun in Luther. I believe the meaning of that specific part will be in the Peekaboo video. It might end up being something to where once that video comes out, you're going to have to do it to where you watch Luther and then watch the Peekaboo video right after. So everything is like a little mini movie. He like doing creative stuff. It wouldn't be beyond his creation. Like, you know what? They think I'm giving them music videos. But if you take these videos and clip them together, It's a mini movie. Yeah, I better stop putting that man in a box and start understanding sometimes I feel like sometimes he just like, if I can't wow people, I don't want to do it. If I can't give the unexpected, I don't want to do it. So we're going to see how deep the rabbit hole goes. But fuck it, we all here for it. I'm Oops Great. This was Kush Equilibrium. Appreciate y'all pulling up smoke with me.